have our theories about, but for some reason the boiler for water for
Hey,
and stuff,
oh,
the kettle,
let's go. 4 more wins
so it was
to go.
So Jonas and the other guy discovered and my brain, but you guys were like
Yeah, yeah.
sincerely think that was
4 more wins to go. 1 more down, 3 more to go. Hey, yeah.
Someone is in our kitchen turning on the kettle.
Hey, oh, I'ma go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Do you know español? Because I did not ask.
It sounds silly now. It is silly now. It was silly then too. What's more silly is the next mediums to go visit. I was working on my motorcycle in a dirt lot where I had crashed it trying to drift, breaking up the clutch lever and the gear shifter. I had brought a wrench set with me. I was using one of them to take off a bolt when I put it down on the ground to finish unscrewing the bolt with my hand. 2 minutes later, I went to pick it back up and it was gone. I ran all around this dirt lot looking for it to no avail. Luckily, I had a spare in the car, fixed the bike, drove back to my apartment to shower, and I was free. I walked in my room and sitting on my desk was the wrench. I was dumbfounded.
What's the closest to something like this has happened to you? Have you not had it in like Kitchen the Matrix? It's like you swear you put the helmet here, but now it's there.
I just always thought that it's way more likely that I was confused and did something weird than it is that like it was a ghost who did something really minute. Because let's be real, it's always about something stupid like something's missing or like something like some electric thing is not working like it should. Like it's never like the ghost came and talked to me and I have it on camera.
But now it's not about ghosts. Now it's just about us being in simulations.
Simulations. I don't know. I think the brain is like really good at seeing like weird patterns and stuff, but it just kind of comes across as chaos to me. Let us know in the comments. Do you believe in Jonas's kettle ghosts?
I mean, one of the
Yes. Huh? Okay.
Well, if I had a ghost to put on the kettle, I would just say like, thanks.
Yeah, agreed. He's like, oh, I can't be in here. The ghost trying to make me tea.
Okay.
What the heck, guys? 65.4% of you are not even subscribed. Subscribe right now. 4. Do it.
Wait, I thought you said 5. I thought we were counting. Never mind. Please subscribe. At 6 million, I'm gonna make another Voices Impressions video.
Don't want to miss it. It's gonna be an easy video for me to edit, so please bring it my way.
I once clocked out of work at 6 p.m., like I always did at the time, and began my hour-long train ride home. After I had found a seat, I went to sleep and woke up just before my station. From the station, it's a short bus journey, 10 to 15 minutes to reach home. During the entire journey, I did not use my phone, and I don't wear a watch, so I didn't really notice the time anywhere. When I reached home, my family surprised me with, "You're home early." I look at the wall clock and it's about to be 6 p.m. I was too shocked to understand what happened. Checked other watches, cell phones, etc. and the time was absolutely right. A few days later, the admin emailed us the timesheets for the month, times for me in and out, and every single day for me was around the same as 6 p.m. It certainly wasn't me having left work earlier. To this date, I haven't figured out how I gained 60 to 90 minutes that day, and it was definitely something wrong with the watches at work. Thank you very much. Oreo was the clock-in, clock-out ghost. Heard it here first. If you have the clock-in, clock-out ghost, make sure to come and sleep at my place. I'm always open for business for people who see ghosts.
Why do I get this? I've told this story before, and I could go into a ton of detail, but here's the short version. I am 100% sure. I vividly remember a dog that apparently doesn't exist. When I was 16, we lived on the other side of the province, and my uncle had his little Jack Russell named Prue. Prue went missing for several months, and then he turned up at the Humane Society over an hour away. We were all shocked this little dog had made it so far. Anyway, that was almost 20 years ago, and the other day I was talking to my parents, and was like, you know, whenever I hear about Jack Russells, I think about Prue and that stuff. They had no idea what I was talking about. Insisted my uncle had never had such a dog. I must have really been upset. Honestly, anyone else who would have remembered this dog has been dead for a long time, and I don't even have any pictures of my uncle. I had absolutely no way to prove this dog existed, but I'm sure that he did.
Ghost dog. Come sleep at my place, man. They may have just forgotten. My parents are like this as well. It's usually something with a brain, right? Like, because brains are bad. My brains are now like hard drives on a computer. I was driving about 50 miles per hour, and the car ran a stop sign on an on-ramp and pulled out right in front of me. I remember bracing for impact, and then I was about 300 yards down the highway, and I saw the car at the ramp in my rear view just about to pull out. As someone who just watched all the Final Destination movies, I can confidently say that you're going to die.
As somebody who hasn't seen any Final Destination movies, I can confidently say they are going to die.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I have these things as well, though. I think that's like a way for your brain to try to protect you by simulating experiences where you might die. One time, I was out walking with my brother, and I had this vivid thing in my head that I would push my brother like off a bridge, and he would die. Classic psychopathic thoughts.
I would have problems with that quite a lot when I was like a teenager, actually. Let's say I would sit in class, and I would be like, oh, wouldn't it be really embarrassing if I put my pants right now? And then in my mind, I would talk about it, and it became so real in my mind that it would just make me like cringe as if it happened to me. Yeah, I would go like, and then you laugh.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing for me too. The thing I do is like embarrassing to say. It's really uncomfortable. I gotta do it to like train and now it's want to do something. It's to like kind of put your behind. Even if you're behind, kind of. I hate that feeling, and whenever I cringe, I do that. I started doing it because there's this Swedish golfer called Annika Sörensen, right? But she did it when something went wrong. She would kind of like grab her behind hole to like reward herself. I don't know. So I was like, oh, then I kind of like figured out how to do it, I guess. But then, and then I didn't like it, so I threw it when bad things happen. This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. This is oversharing 101. This is probably the worst thing I've ever said.
I want to see fan art of your puckered behind.
No! I was walking my dog and I was almost to the driveway when I looked down for some reason. I looked back up and I ended up being packed in the road about 6 blocks away from where I thought I was. I was so confused, but my dog looked completely fine. He's not imagining that something bad happened. He's just like, finally home. Actually, I'm not home.
Like me driving or something, and then it just must have stopped out for maybe 20 minutes.
That happens a lot with driving. It's so boring.
Wasn't I aware while I was driving?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you had a transient ischemic attack that caused a gap in your memory. What is that? It's like a stroke, producing similar symptoms, but usually lasting only a few minutes and causing no permanent damage. Often called a mini stroke, a transient ischemic attack may be a warning. About 1 in 3 people who have a transient ischemic attack will eventually have a stroke. That's not what I have. No, surely. Yeah.
My friend Sarah was in a nightclub, drunk off her face. Off her face, bro. When she got an overwhelming urge to tell a total stranger that her leg hurts. It hurts. It didn't. All a bit strange, she ignores it, but it doesn't stop, so she walks up to this guy and says, I know this is crazy, but I got a huge urge to tell you my leg hurts. I know that's crazy. Again, sorry. But he bursts into tears. Turns out his dad had just died, and they had made a pact before that if there was an afterlife, he would get a message to him saying a totally random phrase so there could be no mistakes, which they decided was, I've hurt my leg.
Okay, let's say you're in a nightclub. A pretty girl comes up to you and says something random. What are the chances that you or some other guy would make up something to like kind of keep that thing going?
About 9.5%. Although I guess we're missing one detail here. The guy wasn't like telling this fun story. He started to cry.
Maybe, but the sympathy movement does work.
I mean, yeah, he's remembered to this day.
Okay, let's be real. Reddit is also about farming that Carla. Those upvotes. 15.9k sweet upvotes. I've seen that so many times on Reddit, so like, I don't trust anything on Reddit, really. I mean,
Embarrassing, but I've never thought about the fact that people could actually lie on Reddit.
That's the thing, you want to believe, right? It is internet comments. Come on.
So statistically, I made up 10.
Come stay at my place. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about Jonas's kettle story in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being in the video, Jonas. Bye! Bye!
New upgraded Axe body wash.
Hey, how you doing, baby?
Keeps you clean,
When I figured I might come your way.
smelling refreshed for 12 hours.
Go to Tiki. Hey, hey, hey.
couch, and you know what that means. I got an issue I want to talk about. In the last 6 months, a bunch of YouTubers, viewers, heck, even people who work at YouTube itself have been calling me an OG YouTuber. Saying things like, I've been on the platform for 10 years, and has been around forever. Well, my friends, I'm here to set the record straight. Those are lies. I have been on YouTube for 8 years, thank you very much. A long cry for 10 years. I'm not old man, Pat. Don't send me out to pasture just yet. What, is it the beard? Does the beard make me look old? Is it old man, Pat over the hill? Is that facial hair? Did you just say dad bod? Hello, Internet. Welcome to the couch. So, in my apparently long history of YouTube, I've learned a lot, which is what today's video is about. The story I'm telling you today is about my quest to build a better YouTube. It starts as a bit of a downer, but it will end on a note of hope. This isn't just me shouting into the void about the problems of the internet. It's about us here trying to make this place called YouTube a safer, more stable space for all its creators, large and small, brand safe or otherwise. In an ideal world, creators would need help. All of the extra stuff that I'm about to talk about just wouldn't matter because it'd be easy to work on YouTube, to be a business and not get taken advantage of by sleazy people. But the reality is that if you've worked on this platform for any period of time, you know that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of companies out there looking to screw you over just to make a quick buck. So a little over a year ago, I uploaded
Let's go!
these 2 videos where I talked to
I just won my first game of the on the first game on the string of this string. But yeah.
Matt Pat certainly did nothing to help my credibility in those videos, but the message was important, right? Shady companies exploit creators, and we all have to be more
Let's
careful. In the years since
go.
uploading those videos, Steph and I and a school team have learned more than I ever thought I would. More than I care to know about shell corporations, corrupt businessmen, money laundering, and all those other crimes that people tend to commit in Batman movies. Now, if it looks like I've aged a bit in that amount of time, well, that's probably because of the beard. We already covered that, but also because in part it's probably true. There's nothing fun about people getting screwed over and having to come face to face with how crappy mankind can be to itself. Because here's the tea spill, my friends. Ever since YouTube started making money for its creators, there have been a slew of slimy people looking to use us and lose us. Squeeze us for all we're worth, burn us, burn you as the fan base, and then just move on to do the same thing on the next channel. Profit again, but leave us empty and ragged in their wake. And you can see why, right? Most of us were kids when we got big on the platform. Some of us still are. And some of us are so young that they can't make money anymore, but that's because of the problem. The long and short of it is that you have these sharks in the water, right? They smell blood. They smell people who are successful and just want to create content and don't know the first thing about business. Don't want to be business owners. So they come on in, talk about how they help, talk about how experienced they are, but they lie. And you, as the content creator, don't know what you don't know. You know, NTN, a lot of creators that don't like long content, literally lifelong, owning their content and careers like some kind of 1920s movie studio. Creators like Shane Dawson getting swindled by merch companies and unions. So long, and I literally, like, I think you cheated in my business relations. You even getting cheated in tutorials class. And that was it. She made no money from the pallets. Program went on to sell over $2,000 products. Heck, the thing that happened to us in Dubai seems to be happening right now with the Me Too MCN. Anyway, today's video isn't about any of that, or at least not directly about any of that. Those deals are all in the past. No, today's episode is about moving forward and making sure that something like that never happens again. Because those experiences made me want to change the system for the better and key someone's car. But mostly change the system for the better. And so we and other creators won't unfairly lose our money to shady business people ever again. Now, a lot of you are probably already aware of all and probably stream this channel. It's time for a racist Christmas story. We're fit to burst. Baby Yoda, dab to you too, sir. The long and proud and cringy history of this channel. But what you might not know is that over the past 8 years, I've spent thousands of hours acting as an advocate for creators off camera. I've consulted hundreds of channels individually. I've spent years talking at VidCon, teaching creators about optimization strategies and analytics. I've talked to media companies to educate them about the world of online creators and why we matter. I've spoken to the head of pretty much every department at YouTube, who I'm sure by this point are just sick of me, all beating the drum of why creators matter, why we're important, why we deserve respect. Because honestly, I like Team Internet. I think that Team Internet is awesome. Creators rock. They're just so very cool. And so over the last year, when I wasn't writing scripts about the Infinity Gauntlet over on Film Theory, I was working on assembling my own Infinity Gauntlet here in real life. And I figured
Please.
building companies that YouTubers could trust, that would deliver on their promises, deliver a good product, and would be transparent and give fair deals. It's a gauntlet that would allow me to snap a better YouTube into existence. A paradise. Where creators are protected and can trust the people that they're working with. Where channels of all different sizes and levels of brand safety can monetize their video without fear of yellow.
Yeah?
Raining from that to this.
What? I will hang on. I'm doing something. Okay.
Where they don't have to fear unfair copyright claims. And while all of these things aren't 100% there, a lot of them are close enough that I can start talking to you about them now. And maybe you can take advantage of some fun and actually feel a little bit of that better world for yourself. Let's start with one of the biggest. Infinity Stone #1, copyright claiming on YouTube. Maybe that's the reality stone, since it's trying to keep content ownership real, beholden to the proper rights of...
So you want to make the best burger ever? Then make it. That means cooking day and night until success. That means best burger ever.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, and banking.
Soders, I don't know. This is a loose analogy. It's not perfect, okay? Anyway, unfair copyright claiming or copy striking has become this weapon that YouTubers use it against each other, companies use when they're mad at us. At best, copyright issues are annoying. At worst, they can take down your whole channel. And we realized a couple years ago that we needed to find a partner who could help us fight back and protect our footage online. We first asked YouTube for tighter restrictions on copyright claims back in 2017, and to their credit, in 2019, they implemented the exact changes that we asked them for. So, thank you guys for that. Could have passed it a little bit faster than 2 years, but still, you know, appreciate the effort there. That being said, there's just some things that legally they can't do on the creator's behalf. There are hundreds of rips and re-uploads of content out there. People stealing a channel's content and then profiting off of it. There's also those instances where big media company X just doesn't want to play by the rules and still unfairly claims things. Well, that's why we took matters into our own hands. We started working with a company called Superman about a year ago, which sadly isn't a DC Comics franchise. It's what's called a rights management company. They started in 2018 after they, like me, realized that creators were getting eaten alive by MCNs and agencies who weren't helping them with their copyright issues. When their owner, Ryan, started Superman, the first people he talked to were Steph and I in our kitchen, where all our employees work fraction of their song. Maybe they're only claiming like 50% of the revenue or less. This way, there's someone out there looking out for our videos, and it at least makes it a lot harder for people to just unfairly strike us because they feel like it. No longer are copyright strikes inevitable. Act of Gauntlet. Infinity Stone number 2 is the other thing that all us creators worry about. Monetization. Let's make that one the green stone, the time stone for all those dollar bills that YouTube creators are going to start raking in. You see, getting ads on your channel used to only be something you could do through an MCN, which is how the multi-channel networks got so much power in the early days of YouTube. Now, ads are locked behind the YouTube Partner Program, where you have to have a specific number of watch hours and a specific number of videos and subscribers to qualify. It's a good program, but I'm sure you've seen that it's not without its flaws, right? It's pretty easy to get onto the brand no-no list. Do you create edgy content? Demonetized. Content that might target kids? Demonetized. Anything political or LGBT plus or violent video games? Yellow icon, yellow icon, yellow icon. Yellow icons for everyone. It's like the Oprah of demonetization. Is that a reference that people get anymore? Is that old man Matt talking again? Damn it! Chris, am I really that old? The uncertainty about what is and isn't allowed every time you upload is just awful. And the instability in your life that yellow buttons make is literally crippling. I mean, that is your paycheck every month. And to many creators out there, not knowing what that's gonna be, and more importantly, why that paycheck is slowly being eaten away, I mean, that's perhaps the single biggest contributor to creator depression and burnout here in 2020. And all of this is without even mentioning how adhering to vague brand safety standards has watered down content and ruined a lot of the authenticity that this platform was originally built on. So, knowing that this is such a massive problem for creators, Steph and I have been having discussions with YouTube for the last year, trying to help them understand the scope of the problem. Anyway, I can't quite go into specifics here just yet because it is still so early in the process, and honestly, there's a lot of confidentiality tied to this, but suffice it to say, we've been having a lot of success working alongside YouTube to brainstorm and build potential solutions. And it's important to call out, to their credit, YouTube has been incredibly receptive in all this. I know a lot of times YouTube gets a bad rap from us in the creator community. Yes, including this channel, but in this case, they understand the problem. And all the teams that we're working alongside care about finding solutions for it. All of us, both us and internally at YouTube, we've all done a lot of championing internally to try and find something that everyone can agree on. Like I said, I can't say a lot more than that right now, but after a year, coming up on like a year and a half, it seems like things are finally moving in the right direction. The ball is rolling and things are starting to happen, which in turn might solve a lot of issues with monetization that creators have been having for like, what, the last 3 years or so? Thereby make YouTube a more stable and satisfying career choice for more of the content creators from more of the verticals that exist here on the platform. Different content types. Heck, even you edgy creators, great. There is still hope for you. I've not given up on you. So fingers crossed that these initial tests go well. If they do, I'll probably be able to let you know more about all of this then. It might be a bit premature to add it to the gauntlet, but you know what? We can't let spaces on this gauntlet be empty, right? Added the green. Speaking of ways to earn money, let's take a break from topics that are way too insider for viewers to care about and talk merchandise. What stone is this going to be? Let's call it the blue space stone because it takes up space in your closet. I don't know. This one's the hardest one to fit in, alright? Real talk, most YouTuber merch, it's not great. Am I allowed to say this as a YouTuber? It's terrible. A lot of it is just bad. I'm sorry. I have
Let's
to
go.
I'm ripping off the Band-Aid right here. Look, a lot of it just isn't super thoughtfully made, and it's not great quality, and it's expensive. I know, because I've ordered a lot of y'all's merch. I've talked to a lot of y'all's companies. I'm not going to be spilling tea on anyone here because a lot of the problem is with the merch company itself and not with the YouTuber. We've talked to them all, and we've seen a lot of their best samples. It's just bad. The whole point of being on YouTube is that you have your own unique community with its own look and feel, and you've created this valuable brand that means something to you and to your audience. So why does every YouTuber have merch that just boils down to a logo printed on the front of a hoodie? It's not even printed on all that well. Well, A lot of it is made by a couple of big merch companies, just the same provider for the bulk of it. And the way that these companies work is by buying a ton of wholesale fabric, and I mean hundreds of thousands of yards of wholesale fabric, and then they just make cookie cutter pieces. Dozens, hundreds, thousands, sweatshirt check, t-shirt check, hat check. Then they pressure their YouTubers that they represent into selling that stuff because they make zillions of the same black t-shirt that's just sitting in a warehouse and they need to figure out a way to get rid of it. So you slap on a new name, a new logo, something vaguely trendy and relevant to that audience on the shirt, and boom, there you go, YouTuber merch. And really, historically, that's been the only option that YouTubers have. It's very, very rare to find 100% custom clothing that is sourced by a YouTuber. You have stuff like Teddy Fresh and Suki Market that are semi-custom lines that do a ton of work, and Cassie Ho's Blogalotti's lines are some of the only 100% custom sourced products I've seen across this platform. Most YouTubers can't manage something like that on their own, so they need some kind of third party, some kind of merch partner. Hence, why they end up with so many bad deals with merch companies that are pressuring them into selling the same old stuff for the same old junky revenue splits. So instead of going with a merch company that's already out there, we took a chance on two guys who just wanted to create a solution for better YouTuber merch. We helped them start Creator Inc. from the ground up. We were literally their only client for almost a year. The first time that we met them, they sat us down and reviewed merch vocabulary words because they knew that if we were educated, we would then be empowered to make smarter decisions about what we wanted to deliver to our audience and not get screwed over. They showed us their financials, they explained exactly where the money was going and where the merch was coming from. We are really uptight. Full stop, period. I don't know if you can tell, we're super type A. We are really, really uptight, though, when it comes to our merch. Because, I don't know, it's like your fans are holding a physical representation of you and your brand in their hands. And I've never really understood why people aren't more picky about what they're sending out to their fans. But anyway, Creator Inc. is the only company that we'll work with when it comes to merch because they're the only one who doesn't have just a giant warehouse full of sweatshirts somewhere waiting to get sold, which means that there's no reason to sell anything if it isn't right for you guys watching, for your audience, for our audience. If you've ever ordered merch from us, you know that almost everything you do is what's called cut and sew. It means that we are literally designing each item from scratch. We are sourcing the fabric. We are figuring out how to get it made, and then we're figuring out how to get it into everyone's hands. This is not a merch ad, by the way. I don't even have a merch release ready right now, which, come to think of it, was pretty poor planning on my part. Should have thought of that one a little bit better. Anyway, kind of kicking myself, but you know what? One of the reasons why is that this kind of stuff takes time to make, especially when you're custom making things. It just yields a better product, and maybe that's the reason why people don't care as much. We're just, again, type A. We care too much. Anyway, consider that space stone number 3. Fill up the space in the closet. Next up, the power stone. Because knowledge is power. And here on YouTube, data is the knowledge that you need to succeed. Now, I've been harping about YouTube analytics for years. I talk about it at VidCon every year. I've done consulting with YouTube analytics since 2012 for a bunch of different creators. Back in the day, I used to teach people about this crazy new idea, wait for it, called watch time. And no one believed me back then. And we see how important that metric is now. Now, in their defense, at the time, I looked like a 12-year-old who was dressed like a 40-year-old stockbroker, so that might have hurt my credibility a little bit. Point is, there were supposed to be all these businesses out there that were helping creators understand their analytics and optimizing their channels, but they never did. So I created my own systems where I calculated ratios like subscribers per 1,000 views and 30-day averages, engagement ratios, all of this stuff, all of which are standard data points that the agencies use now. Nowadays, YouTube Analytics is a lot better than it used to be, but it still only lets you look at your own channel data, which, okay, makes a ton of sense. You don't want to share the data from a bunch of other people. But what if I wanted to find a new channel to collab with that had roughly the same size as my channel? Or what if I wanted to know which creators are on the rise, what kind of content they're making, what keywords they're using in their titles? What if I want to know the hottest topics to cover so I can either ride those trends or avoid them at all costs to try and create a new trend? Well, for that, I helped develop Gospel Stats. Starting back in 2016, Steph and I started advising two guys who, like us, wanted to create a data tool for YouTubers that people would actually use. Think social Social Blade, but with a lot more features and without the annoying layout. Or, if you're an industry insider, think Tubular Labs, but you can actually afford it without mortgaging your house with monthly subscription fees. You probably haven't heard about Gospel Stats because it's not quite public yet, and it's not ready for prime time, but it's getting close. Getting real close, and I'll be talking about it more when it is, and it's gonna be awesome. And yes, Mr. Beast, I know that you've requested access to it, and don't worry, you're on the wait list already. Twice. I see you. I know you're just as big of a data junkie as I am. Embrace it, my friend. Embrace the Purple Power Stone. And last, but certainly not least, the Soul Stone. I think we can all agree that we've been disappointed, to some extent, that the quote-unquote soul of YouTube, the creators, have been lost to some of the big media companies, right? The Jimmy Fallons, the late-night shows of the world used to be the ones that we would complain about, but now it's just like anyone who does entertainment is here on YouTube, and those channels are big celebrities are here, and that's great. It's good for the ecosystem, but, you know, some of the soul has been lost. And a lot of this goes back to profitability and overall public perception. You see, this one is about how YouTubers are viewed by the larger entertainment universe. Up to now, YouTube first media companies like Theorist Inc., us, have been second-class citizen to marketers and brands out there who could be sponsoring us or working with us. We get brand deals, absolutely, but old-school media companies, think Vogue or Disney Fox, HBO, whatever, have been doing way more than that. Why don't YouTubers do more with the big advertisers of the world? Well, honestly, it's not that the advertisers are bad or ignoring YouTube or something. One of the biggest reasons is because big media companies are just that. They're big. If you think about a company like Viacom, they have dozens of TV networks, not just a couple of large YouTube channels. When advertisers see those huge audiences and people watching all over the world, they pay attention. They can use up their marketing budget in one place. They can reach a ton of people and basically know what they're getting. YouTubers, even some of the biggest in the world, just aren't big enough to make a dent like that. And advertisers don't know most.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Most YouTube channels. There's just too many out there to know. So how do creators compete? How do YouTubers make themselves big enough to win back the soul of the platform? Well, last year I started a group alongside 3 other big YouTube companies. You know them because they have channels like The Mythical Morning, Binging with Babish, and maybe even Dead Meat. We teamed up to form a brand new group, The Avengers of YouTube. Not really, I'm just caught up with the stupid gauntlet analogy. No, a coalition of channels that's now going out to big brands as a group, directly in a way that's never been done before. It's not an MCN, no one gets anyone's AdSense, no one owns any part of anyone else. Instead, it's like the biggest YouTube collab that's ever been done, at the company level, at a time to help promote one another, to promote what it means to be a YouTube creator, to show that YouTube creators, people who grew up on this platform, are big enough and serious enough and important enough to compete with the Viacoms and Condé Nasts and yes, even the Disneys. It's exciting. For the first time ever, YouTube companies can offer what's called enterprise-level solutions, which is like complete business school jargon, but in plain English, it just means that we're big enough to do the same things as Vogue or Condé Nast or some of the other big media companies out there who have had these huge advantages for years. Will it be successful? Will it change the way that YouTube companies are treated? I don't know, but I've never seen this done before, and as someone who's a big believer in the power of collaboration and a big believer in the power of YouTube creators, I think that this has the potential to change the entire industry. Which is luck. Sorry, it's not a service that you can just call up yet. It's still too early in the game for anything like that, but it is something that is so important and something that is so big that we've been working on in the background that I just needed to talk about it here. And that's it for now on my quest to build a better YouTube, for structuring out this infinity gauntlet. Some of it, like Superbam and Creator Inc., they're already available for creators to start taking advantage of. Have those conversations with those guys. These teams are great, and they care first and foremost about helping out the creator ecosystem, respecting who we are and what we do. Other stuff, they're still in the process as we run final tests and hopefully prove how valuable they are. The point of all of this entire video today,
Mm-hmm. Wait, what? Alright. Bring it over here. Let me just switch it over here. The pigeon I like. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, no. Let go of me.
Other games, but in terms of Fall Guys, not really a whole lot on PlayStation. I mainly definitely do PC. A lot more. Especially for live streams and content, because it's so much easier to make content on PC. You're watching Caboose right now, watching Fall Guys Stereotypes. I like his Stereotype series, that was pretty good. So one more game, guys.
Who the heck plays on PC?
The guy that says one more game, and then it just ends up being like 8 a.m. or something. It's like, okay, no, one more game.
No, the pigeon died. The pigeon had a good life. Oh. Never give up, nah, nah, never give up, nah, nah, nah. Bing, bing, bang, bing, 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 bing. Oh, come on. Bing, 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 bing. Yo, 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 yo. He sounds like Dweem. He is Dweem, but in disguise. He sounds like George Not Found. Mixed with Dweem. He sounds like the whole SMP. Not SCP. Wait, they're basically the same. Wee woo, this is a big cost, this is a big cost. Ah, big cost. Ah, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I just need 2 more ones until I get the golden witch, I can't wait. If I get this one more. Imagine winning Jump Showdown with the fan, but a timeout one? Crazy. Come on, people, die! You know you don't want to live. Wait. That kind of sounded mean. Imagine winning games on Fall Guys!
Should I do a Stereotype series? I don't know. It'd be fun.
Oh, I
was
just
actually,
need 2 more.
You know, when
Let's
I was
go.
watching Caboose, like, before, like, I started, actually talking to him, like, I wanted to do my own stereotypes, but I didn't want to copy off, like, any other people. I just wanted to do my own spin-off.
Wait, 2 people are in my chat.
Still watching, so, like, if you're
Yay, 2 people in my chat. Yay.
Or stereotypes, whatever. Well, I'm trying to do this hammer thing. There we go. Alright, let me get past this. But I want to.
Yeah. It's the Dream SCP. Wee. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can die. I just hear someone screaming. Help me. Hey, yo, one person. It's alright. At least somebody's watching my stream. At least. Oh, come on. People are people. Oh, okay, I thought it was that. Okay. You just have to go this path and jump. Get hit once. Jump. Run. Jump. Run. Jump. Run. Jump. Run. Jump. Run, jump, run, jump, run, qualify. That's how bored I am. I'm that bored. Yum.
To make their way up the steps. It'll be starting in about 10 minutes. We're about to bring in the shoot. Please make your way up the steps. Thank you.
That's a cool Daft Punk cosplay.
Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Spray, wipe, rinse. Dawn Power Wash.
Hey, you want to drink some soap? Oh, yeah.
That means
Yep.
Oh, God. that is mildly infuriating. Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with my best friend, Jonas. Kidding, there's no one there. Dave.
I was gonna say, isn't Jonas your best friend?
I'm planning to have you guys fight it out till the death. I feel like you just walk away from that fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Cringiest intro ever. Okay, so today I thought that we were going to do mildly infuriating already because I love to see you win. And I very seldom see you angry about important things because you just get sad. It's like something that matters. You get angry at the time.
Okay, before we start, smash like. This feels weird. If we don't get 30k likes on this video, I will literally never do a video with Joel again.
It's like, I would genuinely be sad if you never came back to the
I'm gonna stick to this as well. If it doesn't, I'm actually not going to. Like, you're gonna have to find some way to get these likes. Like, I'm actually blackmailing Code if they can. Maybe they don't want to.
Yeah, maybe they don't want you back.
Yeah.
Not after this blackmail. Finally, infuriating. Let's go. Disney Plus.
All the classic Simpsons episodes on Disney Plus are proper and white. This means miss out on some great visual jokes, like how Duck Light, and Duck Dry all come from the same tune.
You angry, Dave?
No, I these things happen, you know. I mean, there could be that many jokes. It's an alright joke. That's like below mildly joke. That's like infinitesimally.
It's like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Is there
Wait, I can do that by getting hit.
Start upside down.
Okay, this one's starting to feel a little weird.
It's like a
taken with horrendous lineup.
I'm always crazy about like the one-off kebab shops and stuff that they always take like the picture themselves, so like their kid or something takes a picture. It always looks horrible. It's one of the reasons why I always end up going to like the big chains and stuff, because at least the food looks good when you order it, even if it comes and it's a pile of manure. There's nothing aspirational about this. You don't want this.
Okay, 40k likes and Joel has to go to one of these places.
Ooh, there's a lot of places like this in Brighton. Like down by the seafront, like all the gross pizza places and stuff.
I don't see why you have such a problem with them. I'm fine going to those kinds of places. We were walking down that Brighton beach one night.
Yeah.
You were drunk out of your mind. As a lot of those stories start.
Getting exposed.
You were really hungry, like properly hungry.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
And I suggested, hey, let's go to one of these kind of kebab shops. And you were like, no. How about one of these pizza shops? No, I will wait. I'm starving, but I will sooner die than go to one of these places.
I don't think I thought I would die.
I know, I'm exaggerating. You were certainly not comfortable with going to somewhere that was not a chain.
I just didn't want upside down piece, okay? How likely are you to recommend Xfinity from Comcast to friends and family? Not likely at all. Why? Charge me $140 for early termination despite my military unit. This violates the Service Members Civil Relief Act of 2003. You still have that privilege.
Ouch. Yeah, there's anything to do with those companies. I think this is beyond all infuriating. This is so infuriating that I kind of distance myself from it, because otherwise it would consume my life.
Yeah.
Like that kind of frustration with large companies that don't but yeah, enjoy your time on YouTube.
Yeah, having fun. This is a fun video. Okay, let's keep going.
Through my SWAT with a fly. Don't ask questions because they don't have answers. That's just impressive. That's not infuriating.
Look, I'm like, what?
That's where you go.
Wait, I'm in this game.
Let's go look at the water damage to my ceiling.
Wait, what? I'm in this game. Oh my god.
Highly infuriating. Let's do it side
Original content,
Yeah, let's
finally.
just okay, so, well, don't look at that. That's garbage. However, over here, look at this.
Oh my god, this is absolutely crazy.
Look at that water damage right there. And where does it...
No. Whoa, I'm in this game. No way. Oh, come on. I'm in this game, I'm in this game, I'm in this game. Let's hope I'm on his team, because if I'm not, we're gonna lose very big time. Let's go. No. Okay. Fiesta. Yeah. Oh, that was gonna be so cool if it went in. Come on. Football is so easy. How this football? Okay. Football is so easy, but how are we losing? Come on, guys, what are you doing? I know you guys are good. You guys are not just acting like it. Come on. Stop acting like nonsense. Stop acting like nonsense is going on. Oh, we lost. Bro, what? You guys are bad. Even the person that's known. But seriously. Come on. No, I'm just gonna add him. Uh-oh, stinky. Hush! Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky.
Quick! The quicker figure-upper. Bounty. Come from? Well, come here, Dave. Let's have a look at where you come from. Welcome to my bedroom. Okay, there's a lot of dirty clothes. Don't look. Have a look at my bathroom, guys. This is what I get for paying high rent every month. There's a hole down into the floor. If you put water down there, it just goes through the ceiling. Okay, before you also had the same thing here, but now they have put in this plank that water doesn't get in behind the toilet. And here, there's those holes here. I had to call them like 5 times, and then they put silicone here. And the silicone just kind of like, it's still wet here, by the way. Used to just go downstairs. So I gotta wait for another 15 minutes. Okay, let's get back to Reddit or whatever.
I guess if there's any video for you to complain about that on, it's mildly infuriating.
Looks like I won't be listening to my new vinyl record. Thanks, USPS.
Oh, God.
That is mildly infuriating. For us. For him, it's really infuriating, but for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to put myself into the mind of this hipster and see what I'd feel after opening it. Like, yeah, I've just come downstairs. I've got excited. I've ordered my new vinyl from my favorite new band, old band. I'm excited. Yeah, put me down for the whole day. Yeah. Then I'd drink. I'd definitely drink.
Next! The cable guy installed the cable through our hula hoop that we left out.
What? No.
That's amazing. I love that. That actually makes me happy.
Oh, that's getting me a little bit. That's so good though. That guy. How expensive are hula hoops as well?
That looks like an expensive one,
right.
Actually. Hula hoop, more like hula oops.
Don't do that.
My wife never fully screws the lids back onto anything.
Oh,
that's bad. Ooh, that's divorce.
Kill her.
Yeah.
Just decimate that woman. Make her drink the expired garbage.
Let's get some milk right now. Let's go over to the kitchen. Try to do that with my milk to see how you do it. I feel like that's more effort than actually putting it on
It's not.
properly.
It's easy.
Oh, really? Show me. Okay, so I got milk over here.
Show you how to not put the top of milk.
Yeah. Alright, check out this dirty dishes right here. That's mildly infuriating, right? Okay, here we go.